What's up, guys? It's Daz here. But you don't really care, because we are now to destroy E-105. But the title card of this place kind of spoils E-105. He looks different to E-103 and 4, and I want to fix that, so I'm actually going to blur that title card. Do excuse me, because I feel like it's supposed to be a little bit of a reveal, but it's not done very well. Also, Gamma cannot climb ladders. Oh lord, well you think Big would have been the slowest. Oddly enough, the second fastest character in the game is the slowest ladder guy. They all have to have something slow about them, except Sonic, because he's supposed to be fast. Anyway, for some reason this place is really loud. For some reason the gears really like clicking and grinding really loud. The gears like grinding. That makes too much sense. But I don't know, man. It's too loud. This place is too loud. I have to turn up the gain for you to hear me, or I have to do this sort of weird shouting thing, but it's kind of annoying because people will hear me nearby. I don't like that. Right, what is nice though is this room, you don't have to risk your life and platform over to the buttons. You can shoot it from a distance and go anywhere you want. Now this is a door no other character enters. Everyone else goes to the door opposite this room. If you're wondering what's through here, here is your answer. It's a half... Oh no, that's not a half pipe. Hold on. It's a half pipe, kind of. There's some weird ramps for some reason. Gamma went right through those lasers. That's cool. But yes, remember this area because it can be the bane of your existence. This whole place loops over. You'll see, kind of, that we're going on like a nice little curve at the moment, and then you'll notice we're going up a hill.
High-speed cargo station is ahead.
So if you fall down this dip here, you'll have to go through that whole loop again, and you lose a bunch of time. Especially because you can actually die of a lack of time in this place. At least that's what I found happens. Also, let's play Super Mario Bros. 3, or Super Mario Land even. Whoa! Never seen that before, but okay. That's the Steam version for you, I'm guessing. I don't remember that ever in my childhood, and I played this game a good few times. Oh well. Let's do that again. Only Gamma could do this since he has the time to actually get back here. Maybe Sonic could do it, but Amy certainly couldn't. Unless you're like some sort of crazy speedrunner. But anyway, we are now cargo on a super fast train. I almost called it a ship. That is nowhere near a ship. Now this is pretty cool. If only we had different music or like some dramatic train music, like it would be so cool. You will have two trains going side by side. You're going to be switching between them to get further and further to the front because that is supposedly our next destination. We're looking for E-105 and apparently the train is the best way around this place. Also, this egg carrier is massive, right? Since when did the egg carrier have this much length to it? Seriously, I thought Sonic and Tails, like, or at least Sonic, we played as Sonic and flew along across like the whole top of the egg carrier, and yet it wasn't nearly this long. Or maybe we're just in some illusion that Eggman created, and for some reason his only victim of this illusion is the E-100 series, but I don't know. Anyway, we are now at the front of the train we're after, and we've stopped. We're at our destination, which is floating in the air for half a second apparently. These chameleons I've never killed and I never worked out how to, so we're just going to go right past them even though they got rid of my shield. Oh well. Now also this egg carrier is super high suddenly. How is it so tall? I never understood. But also if you want a good time bonus, that was your total opportunity. Maybe we'll see it when we get round to rank A, but for now, we need to destroy these crates, save all the seals. Jesus, look at all those seals. Crazy. And let's shoot on up. And I believe this is where E-105 is. In a nice shade of purple. E-105 has become the tank that we saw Beta as. But if this is what E-105 has become, then what has Beta become? If this guy goes down super easy. I just aim to shoot the things to the projectiles. It ends up shooting all the tubes they came from, and that destroys him. Also, though, how did he get back here? I thought he got banished from the egg carrier. Why did Eggman take him back and upgrade him? Why didn't he do it to the others as well? A lot of questions here. What kind of fighting machine is stationary?
E-105 Zeta. Rescue complete.
Is it a defense robot? Because it wasn't anywhere near an area it would fight conflict. Was it just there for entertainment? Was it just a massive, I don't know, vinyl? Who knows, man? Who knows? But that is E-105. Alright, and we're quite a bit into rank B now. Unfortunately, I couldn't sync up to this song for the longest time because it's bloody silent, but that's fine. So all we need to do is do it again with, I believe, again, 50 rings. Again, not a challenging thing. As long as we don't get hit at the end. In fact, we're already at 82. Like, this game could be so... It could be so challenging, man. I don't know. There's a lot of missed potential. And I feel like... Nah, I was going to say I feel like games aren't hard enough anymore. They are. We have Dark Souls still kind of ongoing. That's... No. Difficult games are in an abundance, but I guess, unfortunately, some of the ones more tailored towards children are less so. But that's the way of life, unfortunately. But I guess that means I'm good at games like... I've forgotten even the word. What's that Einstein theory? Relativity. In relative to the games I play, I'm a good gamer. Never played Dark Souls. I bet that game would destroy me several times, several hundred times. Maybe one day I'll stream it. Either way, that's a thing for another day. I missed that pin. Just like those Wow, I really don't know worst day. The claw machines. Those machines. Like, I don't know. I remember a time, I might have said the story before. If I have, do excuse me. I remember a time that I was, I used to live by an amusement park, and I'd always try the claw machine because I really wanted whatever toy was in there. And after like failing for like probably 30 times over like the few weeks or months that I was there, me and my mum ended up complaining to the manager, being like, hey, this claw picks up the toy, lifts it up halfway, and then lets go. It was very unsubtle and was clearly what we thought was a glitch, actually. So we like went and said, hey, we got this, but it glitched and broke it. And then the manager was like, no, yeah, that's just how it goes. It is a scam. We can give it to you if you want because you've complained, but otherwise it's a scam. And so naturally I got the teddy bear I was after. I think it was a Pikachu backpack. That might have been it. That would make sense. I never really thought about it, but I think that's what I got. I got a Pikachu backpack because I complained that the claw machine was broken when it was just scamming me. Oh well. Anyway, apparently Gamma doesn't want to get stuck on that train track and left behind. I could have sworn you can die though if you stand on... Oh, I guess it was on the middle bit. Who knows? It was also interesting that he got out like his water animation, so there must have been some sort of programming there for it, but oh well. Anyway, the train has stopped, and this level is actually kind of lengthy. But oh well, I'm going to keep it in simply because this is the final episode, and if I skip through it, then this finale is going to be awfully short, I believe. So we'll just do what we can and keep it in. Do excuse me if it bores you. Okay, I know this cut is ironic, but I very nearly lost out on the ring thing just because I died or got hurt at the very end. I decided to skip in the end because this level is actually kind of lengthy now that I think about it, and doing it 3 times over is actually quite boring. So I'm afraid I am just going to do a little bit of skimming ahead. If anything, you're probably happy with that. You don't need to see me do this level 3 times. Even if the gameplay's fun. No.
E-105 Zeta. Rescue complete.
And again, nice and easy, kind of. I mean, actually it was a bit of a challenge, but as long as you focus and like you know how it works, I think it's doable. I can see normal players having trouble, but I did it first try, so I'm alright. I accidentally activated the monorail. Great! I thought only Big could access it, but apparently Gamma can too, and you know what, yeah, let's use it, sure. We are, after all, looking for Beta.
E-105 Zeta rescue complete. Units remaining. Gamma.
I like how I broke the cutscene by coming into the wrong part slightly. Like, consistently doesn't make sense. But also, what is Beta's role here? He's been built for a crashed ship that not even Eggman is on. Just completely abandoned to look after a dead ship. Was he supposed to be another defense robot? I broke another cutscene. Who knows? E-101 Mark II. It's time for the final boss fight. What do you know? It's Beta. New and improved and programmically broken, considering he is literally defending an abandoned ship. And he has a few moves. He will dash at you with his arms. As long as you jump and glide, you can get out of the way, and like I did the first time. But the main thing is, you can't shoot him normally. If you do, he just bashes it away. He's also got long range attacks just like E-102, but that's fine. He also flies forever, can apparently, like, I want to say amorate. Apparate is the word I'm looking for. But otherwise, he's pretty cool. Why he decided to become this thing, or why Eggman made him, it doesn't make sense, but he's there. He is the older brother, new and improved, but it's not about how big your weapon is, it's how you use it. So, he also has, as you just saw, a massive explosive attack. As long as you keep running, you should be fine. And as you do more damage, like any other boss, he gets more frantic. So, instead of shooting one big explosion, he'll shoot 2. I meant 3. I meant 4. I meant 5. I meant 6. I meant 6 and a really big 7. Seriously, only hurt you one more time. That was quite the jump there. Pacing, man. Pacing. Oh well. Now the time you got to attack him is after an attack, because obviously that's when he's tired, because robots obviously get tired. On that cooldown section, that is your opportunity to shoot him. Right. And we do have a time limit. The timer is still going down, so you do have a time limit to beat this boss. Hopefully this attack isn't going to take too much longer, eh? 4, 5, 6. Can I get that last one in the center? Just-ish. Okay, good lord, that's like the size of the stadium, or half of it. Okay, and then get rid of all you, do your dive, and I'm gonna walk away. Not even gonna look, not even gonna look. I'm tempted, not gonna look.
Mission complete.
I killed my brother. Ha 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 ha. So I like how the electronic thing is not synced up to his animation. And the best death ever. Every robot Eggman makes has an animal inside. To rescue Beta, Epsilon, Zeta, he wasn't talking about the robot shells that were acting. He was talking about the biological creatures that inhabited them. And the reason Gamma had a moment of mercy is not because he just has robotic emotions suddenly. He remembered Birdie, if not for half a second. E-102 Gamma, rescue mission complete. Because now they can be a family. Although that last cutscene cuts off in a really jarring way at the end. If they... Oh! They could have... I really like Gamma's story, but that last cutscene, I love the concept. Just that last cut. Give me an extra second, man. I get that it's supposed to be like a... I guess like a kind of... cliffhanger? It's not. Give me one more second and a fade on the music. Oh, it's... because it's so subtle. I didn't realize what was going on as a kid. I was just like, oh, I died. That's sad, but he sacrificed himself to destroy those robots, those evil robots. Not quite the point. But goddamn, man. Should have kept E-102. I would have loved him as a long-term character. But hey, at least we got that other one. I've already forgotten his name. The guy with the claws. hangs around with Team Shadow a lot. I've forgotten all the characters' names, that's a shame. But yes, Gamma's story wasn't just Eggman's robot gone rogue. It was the origin story, not the origin story, the secret story to Birdie's origins. This whole time, Gamma has been inhabited by a little birdie. The birdie's mother, I believe. And that's where they popped up from at the end of Amy's story. They seem to just appear out of nowhere. That's because on day 4 in the morning, E-102 goes to the egg carrier, destroys E-105, fights E-101. They both destroy each other, and the parents are released. And then Amy and Birdie just so happen to find the parents and have a happy ending. Gamma gets a bittersweet ending. He dies, and yet he lives. He understood towards the end of the game that he wasn't just a robot. He was a bird inside of a robot. So he sacrificed himself, his body, his programming, his sense of existence to rescue the birds. And it's not just him and Beta, who are obviously the main ones with the being Birdie's parents and all that, but E-103, 4, and 5, they all had birds inside them as well. You had sparrows, a parrot. I don't remember what E-105 was. I didn't even think I saw him in the big mess of massive machinery, but yeah. It's quite a nice philosophical, entrance to Sonic's story, because you never really think about it. The fact that every time you destroy, even back in the original, every time you destroyed Eggman's bots, an animal would pop out. You'd be like, yeah, you saved the animals. And I guess that was kind of the plot of the first Sonic game, but you never really think that hard about it. I didn't think that Gamma would have a bird in him. I didn't even realize that was the plot until a couple years ago when I was watching a Let's Play on it. I was watching this cutscene again, being like, oh, that's what's going on. I mean, to be fair, I was quite the dumb kid, so I guess it makes sense that most things went over my head, and I never questioned things like where Birdie's parents appeared from, but oh well. Anyway, we're now done, once again, with the timeline, and on that note, we've completed all 6 stories in the game. So, what comes next? Who knows? Unfortunately, not Gamma anymore. Even in this after story that might or might not be coming soon, I'm clearly spoiling that there's an after story, whoopsie. Gamma's not going to be around anymore. God damn it, Mouth, don't fail me now. So yeah, he's destroyed himself to sacrifice. He destroyed himself to sacrifice? He sacrificed himself to rescue the ones within. It's just next level philosophical goodness, you know? He was an unsung hero too. He didn't do it for glory, and he didn't do it for attention. Nobody even noticed him. The last communication he had with anyone, other than the robot that he destroyed, was just saying goodbye to Amy. And that was it. No one even knew what he did. All we know is that the parents appeared. Nobody saw the unsung hero in this game. Or at least for Birdie. That's a true hero. Now next time, we're going to do the 7th secret story. And 7th secret or secret story has the same initials as what this story is, if that makes sense. Sonic was obviously S, Knuckles K, E-102 was obviously E, I think they did go with E, not G. So this one is SS. Anyway, you know what that means. On that note, I'm going to end it off here. Mine has been Daz. You didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit.